Hi, my name is Iris. I hope that you are doing very well. If you are new here, welcome. This channel is all about faith-based content. So for today's video, I know it's kind of late. I'm sorry. But there's a reason, okay? Because of this special guest right here. Her name is Fiorella, but other people call her Fiore. But I call her Fifi. She's my best friend. You probably already saw her in one of my previous videos where we went to San Diego. So this is Fifi, and I just wanted to bring her into this video because friendship is important, you know, and the people that you have around you is not in the way or in a sense that you have to be careful about who you hang out with. But in reality, you do, because we're supposed to be surrounded with God-fearing people, right? And people that are filled with wisdom, right? There's a lot of things out there in the world, or a lot of people that, yeah, they know, they have a lot of knowledge of a bunch of stuff, right? But what really truly matters is, are they really God-fearing? And my best friend here, she is God-fearing, and she loves the Lord. Like, she loves Jesus so much, okay? And you could just see the love of Jesus through her actions, through her words, and which one day I would like to be. I would like to love the Lord as much as she loves the Lord. So we met each other like, ooh, how long has it been already?
Like 9 years.
9 years, and it's through Fifi that I got to meet Jesus, because she was a believer. She was a Christian way before, and I really wasn't. So it's through her that I started to go to church. And in the beginning, I was going just to go, right? I'm like, okay, Fifi wants to go to church, I'm just gonna go, you know, to please her. But then after a while, it turned into like, hey, I want to have a relationship with God. So you guys, you hear me talk a lot about you know, our dreams, right? Like in my previous videos, that what are your dreams, what are your goals that you're trying to accomplish for this year, right? Or what has God done in your life, right? So you've heard me share some stuff. Now I would like for you to listen to like a second voice, right, of what God is doing, of the promises that he has fulfilled, right? Or how Fifi has seen God's hand over her life, or over her family's life, whatever she would like to share. Like, how have you seen God's faithfulness? You know, how far along are we? January, February, and March?
3 months.
3 months.
3 months.
Okay, so Fiorellita, it's yours.
Well, hello to everyone who is on the other side. But I wanted to share what the promise is, or if I haven't seen it for the 3 months that it's already in 2023. I can say for sure that, I mean, his promises has been there, has been real. One of the dreams, or like that I posted in my dream poster, basically, it was having a promise of health, and with my family and about myself and all around me. So a couple weeks ago, I had experience with my mom. So she went to the hospital for a couple days, maybe 4. But I can see in all that time that God's hand was moving since we got from my house to the hospital. And when we were there, the whole process with the exams that they did for her, but did it give me time during those days that she was there? It gave me time that I needed to spend with the Lord, that I needed to be reminded that he's still in control, that everything that I've been giving to him as my dreams, he's been answering. He's been taking care of me. I'm still alive, so it's a new day. But to that process, I see how he was taking care of my mom, even though in the pain. So my mom get a chance to pray. So actually, that time it was not just for healing, but it's a time that we have to seek the Lord. And no, there's no time that he's not seeing, that he's not like answering. It's everything in his time. So I see my mom is back home. She's doing good, and I'm grateful because he's been answering that. And I know maybe it not be just one time during this year, but I know I'm gonna be able to see his hand still moving in that area and health. That it's not a coincidence that I actually asked for healing or for health during my family. But and this year my dad too, so it was maybe one after another one. But it's showing me that he is still seeing what my dreams are, and that I'm actually putting in his hands. So my dad is back. He's doing good. My mom, I'm still like recovering, for this weather. But he's still, giving me one more day, I'm good. And I'm grateful. That's actually God answering, So it's never one little thing that we can ask him, They could sound a little, but he's a God that listens. He's a father that take care of like the daughters and the sons. So we have to go to him and continue, asking him and praying and be saying like, thank you because you are in control. So that's one side. Another one, I can say that I'm seeing God faithfulness, and keeping my friendship, with you, with Iris. So during all this time, I know friendship is not perfect. I know friendship, it cannot be like, how would I say it? Like, maybe if it's like for sure, like God's put one person into your life, and obviously that friendship it's putting into God's hands. I know he made ways to keep that friendship strong. Like that's for sure, because to those people can be sorry, my dogs. But for sure, I know that he's still taking care of us, in our friendship, health. So yeah, that's another promise that he's been answering for me. So even though the help, I asked for help for my dogs that.
Go ahead, Fifi, go ahead.
That's still like barking and all that, but I'm still praying for them. I'm still putting under that coverage, because I believe even though my dogs are like creation of him, he can still, be showing his healing through them. So I can still see his, his hand moving into my family. My nephew, a couple days ago, turned 12. So that's another blessing to my family. So I can still see, I have a job, I have a family, I have a church. So all that, I have friends, all that, it's God's continue showing me that he's in control of my life and everything around me, even though with the littlest thing. So the only thing that for me to showing him back, it's being grateful, like saying thank you, because under my own reasons, maybe I cannot be strong enough, but with his help and grace and favor, I know through Jesus I can conquer all. So yeah, that's for me.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. I think one of the things that stood out to me is that God is in control, literally, like I'm the type of person that tries to have control over the smallest of littlest of things, but in reality, like I literally don't have control. I don't have control over nothing, some things, yeah, but at the end it's true, like God is the one that is in control. The other thing that stood out was like that God is still a God that remains faithful, like through every little thing, through every single little detail, like from your parents, from your health, from their health, from our friendship, you know, even like your dogs. Like God is literally a God that really cares, you know. And I would like to go back to talk about friendship. What do you think? There's this verse in the Bible that says iron sharpens iron, right? Something like that. Do you remember? Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, not completely, but I know like that it means like to one of each other, you know, like we, even though like we cannot be like perfect for both sides, but I know if we continue, we can help each other, you know. It's not like to one side as competing, you know, but it's actually going to next time like to help each other to move forward. So yeah.
So okay, in what area or in what way have you seen that? Okay, you could talk. You have a lot of friends, okay, but the thing is, I'm saying that because I don't have that many friends. As much as she does, she's very popular, okay. She's very friendly, which is good, okay. That's a gift. That's something that the Lord has given her. Anyways, so in what areas have you seen that? Okay, iron sharpens iron, right? We're supposed to sharpen each other. So one thing that I have seen in FIFI here is that she is a go-getter, you know, like, yeah, we all have fears, right? But the thing is that even though there's things that she could be afraid of, or there could be so many fears, right? But when God is calling her to do something, like she just does it, but because she trusts in God, you know. So her boldness and her courageous in certain areas or certain things is not, it doesn't just have to be like ministry, right? With her leading Bible study, with her you know, serving at church. It could also be in different areas with how she treats her parents. It could also be with her conquering fears and stuff like that while in the job, right? Like in everything and in every single area, she grabs onto God's hand. You know, she chooses to trust the Lord. And that's something where I'm like, wow, like I look at her and I'm like, if she can do that, you know, like it's not with her own strength, like what she said, right? But she just trusts in the Lord. She just has so much faith in God, right? And then when I see her like conquering so many things, I'm like, okay, it's basically like an encouragement, or I don't know what word exactly to use, but it's like she's that example, right? Like, hey, like FIFI's doing it, so that means that I can do it too, you know? So in a way, she pushes me or she motivates me to actually like go to Bible study, to give the word, to it could be like in different areas, right? So that's one in one area, one way in which she like sharpens me, if I could say that, sharpens me. So in what area or in what way do you think that I have sharpened you? Our friendship has sharpened.
I think if I look at, you know, our friendship, and I mean, what many times, you know, many times, maybe you wouldn't notice, you know, but there's times, you know, as I was saying, you know, I cannot do many things on my own, because I really believe that God put friends, you know, like next to you, best friends, because you cannot do it on your own, you know, like and many times would be like for praying, you know, when I know like you're being faithful in praying, you know, and many times for me it was like maybe if I don't feel it in that time, you know, I knew you would, or by listening to you, you know, or saying, hey, you know, what you did this morning, or what are you doing? Even though in our text, you know, like, oh, what you did? Oh, I was reading, you know, I read that, because I know she read it in the morning, you know, Bible, or worship in the morning. And maybe for me, my schedule is a little different, because I had a time in the night. But I know in the morning, like, that's something that I wanted to go, you know, and do it. That is something that I wanted to go and implement in my life, with you, like by your example. Like, okay, sure, I know, but this time maybe she already worships, she already like wake up early, at 6 in the morning, but like those times, because I know in the morning God, wants to talk to us. So that's something that it's been like trying to. Okay, so there's one of the main things that she continued like being the example for me is the worship part. So because I know she worships in the morning too. So something that I wanted to be able to do, to every morning too, as soon as I wake up, or actually more often, because many times I don't usually do it every morning. My worship time, like, it's in the night, but that's something that she's been telling me, or maybe the time when I need someone to talk, when I need like an advice, because I know she's always have like a time so she can be able to listen to me. So many times that's what our friends are for. That's what our friends are like, to be there, to be many times silent, many times like in order ready, to give like an advice. So she's been good at it for this, a long time. And that's something that I actually appreciate about her, that she's been there for me, that she's been able to listen everything, to receive everything, but not just like to keep it, but saying something back that I know that is one coming from the Lord, coming from someone that is sincere, that wants the best for me, and that wants to be another example, So that's something that I really I will appreciate all this time, and for me to look forward to have this friendship until we see each other up, in heaven. Mm-hmm. I don't want this friendship just here earthly, but I want this friendship so we can be able to be, and with God over there. So, and we'll continue worshiping together. That's something I actually love that we do. We have experience worshiping in the car, and in my car or in her car, but we're driving, and that's something that many times I need. I needed it in that time. So even though I'm not talking, but singing for the Lord is something that fill me up all the time.
Okay, so one of the things that out of the many that Fiorella just said, the thing that stood out was genuine friendship. Because like how she mentioned earlier, there's been times where we have like fist fought. I'm just kidding. No, we've never gotten to that point, but we've gotten to the point where we've had arguments, right? We're not perfect. Mm-hmm. We're best friends. We don't always see eye to eye, but the thing is that something that I can say that we do have is a genuine friendship. We don't sugarcoat nothing, right? Like, if there's something that she needs to be straight up with me, like, she's going to be straight up with me, even though I might not like it, right? Yeah. And the same thing with her. If there's something that I have to tell her, I have to be straight up with, like, hey, you're doing, how you're acting is not right, or what you're saying isn't right, or like, hey, like, why don't you see things from this point of view, or in this area, right? So if you really can't get to a point where you talk to a friend, right, or a best friend, and really tell them how you're feeling or what you're thinking, then that literally, there is no friendship, right? There really is no genuine friendship there. But I honestly can say that is something that we have, because I literally tell her everything. There is nothing that she doesn't know, like, from the worst things, from the baddest things, like the things I don't want nobody to know. She literally knows it all, right? And right here, this is a judge-free zone. Like, I know that I can go to her, and she's not gonna judge me. She's never judged me. She might look at me like, girl, like, calm down, like up until that point, but never to the point of where I feel like I'm being judged by her. So that's it for today's video. I'm glad that you guys got to hear more from Fifi today. And I'm thinking about later on in the future, you know, interviewing her or putting her in another one of these videos, because y'all, she did a good job, didn't she? So
was my first time.
Yeah, she did an amazing job. So I would like to know in the comment section below, what do you think goes under being a good friend, you know, or being a genuine friendship? Please let us know in the comment section below. And we would also like to know, what are you grateful for, you know, that God has done in your life? It doesn't have to be something big like, man, you got your dream job. It could be something small like, man, Iris, Fifi, I am grateful that I have a washer. I'm grateful that I got to go and walk today. I'm grateful that I got to eat today. I'm grateful that I got to be able to get in my car and drive today. So please let us know in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.